Hey, what's going on YouTube? So today I'm going to showcase my endgame bow stamina sorcerer build for the Scribes of Fate DLC patch. This build is capable of pulling over 115k on the parse dummy and is available for most group content. For this build, I will be optimizing it for the highest DPS possible within the constraints of my skill. Therefore, mythics and trial gear will be included. And with that being said, here we go. So starting off in the character sheet, I have 64 points in a stamina, and I'm running the Thief Mundus. For the race, we're a Dark Elf. I think Dark Elves have some of the best passives for stamina DPS. So for the food, our first choice would be RTM Takeaway Broth. A cheaper and almost as good alternative would be Dubious Camera on Throne. And lastly, if you're parsing or need more sustain, then Lava Food Soup and Saw Rice is always the go-to. So for the potions, we're going to be using Essence of Weapon Power. Reason being is we need access to the buffs that it provides: Major Brutality, Major Savagery, and Major Endurance. Furthermore, make sure you have 3 points from the Alchemy skill line Medicinal Use to benefit from the full duration of the potions. So for CP, for the blue tree, we're going to be running Exploiter, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, and Wrathful Strikes. For the red tree, Boundless Vitality, Fortified, Rejuvenation, and Bloody Renewal. So for the gear, we're going to be running 5 pieces of Pillar of Nirn paired with 5 pieces of Reliquin, 1 Black Rose Prism Bow, 1 Slime Crawl, and Harpooners. So breaking it down in the main hand, we have a charged Pillar of Nirn bow with the flame damage enchant. On the back bar, an infused Black Rose bow with the weapon damage enchant. For the head, 1 piece medium Slime Crawl and Divines with max dam. Rest of the body is 5 pieces of Reliquin, all traded Divines with max dam, and Harpooner's Waiting Kilt, same thing, Divines with max dam. And for the jewelry, 3 pieces of Pillar of Nirn, all traded in Bloodthirsty with weapon damage enchant. So for the skills, we're going to be running Daedric Prey, Lethal Arrow, Crystal Fragments, Volatile Familiar, Twilight Tormentor, and Greater Storm Atronach. On the back bar, Magnum Shot, Endless Hail, Lightweight Beast Trap, Volatile Familiar, Twilight Tormentor, and Power Overload. So for the rotation, we're going to be running a dynamic rotation, meaning we're going to refresh our dots whenever they fall off. The priority of dots would be Magnum Shot, Endless Hail, Daedric Prey, Trap, and Volatile Familiar. And then when you don't have anything better to cast, use your Lethal Arrow. And then always prioritize your Crystal Fragments when they're procced. You can use Twilight Tormentor as a pre-buff and then just not worry about it. And in the beginning, you can ult dump with Power Overload and then drop an Atronach at about 200 ult. And just one more thing, whenever you use Magnum Shot, try to pair that with Endless Hail, because if you use just Magnum Shot on your back bar and you bar swap, the Magnum Shot dot isn't going to go through because it has to fully connect. So for closing thoughts, first up for the Arena Bow, instead of running Black Rose, Maelstrom, and Dragonstar would be perfectly okay. As a matter of fact, Dragonstar can be better in certain situations and does pretty much similar DPS. As far as gear alternatives go, you can run sets like Back Alley Gourmand, Sororia, Briarheart. Also, Whirl of Depths isn't bad either, especially if you run it on weapon and jewelry. And lastly, for a super easy to acquire but effective budget build would be Order's Wrath and Hunting's Rage. And that wraps the build explanation section of this portion. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below or come join our Discord. Link is in the description. I will also have a written guide linked in the description for those who'd prefer that as well. And lastly, I'd like to mention that I do have a channel membership for those who'd like to go the extra step to help support me so I can work on more content creation. Anyways, feel free to stick around for the attached parse and outfit section at the end. If not, have a good day and thank you again.